Another feature which next generation JavaScript offers is about writing modular code. So JavaScript code you split up over multiple files. And obviously we already can split our code over multiple files. We just have to import them in the correct order in our HTML files. The idea behind export and import statements and so-called modules is that inside of a JavaScript file, we can import content from another file so that the JavaScript files themselves know their dependencies. It might look like this. We have one file, person.js, and there we have this constant person which stores a JavaScript object. And then this is the interesting part. We export this. The default keyword also is a special keyword, marking this as the default export of this file. And we can then import this somewhere else, and the import statement will be shown in a second. We also might have another file where we export multiple things. Here, a constant named clean, which holds a function in the end, and base data, which holds a number. In a third file, we might need to import from person.js and utility.js. So app.js requires import statements. And here are a couple of different import syntaxes you will see in this course. Person.js, as you see, uses the default keyword. The default keyword simply means if we just import something from that file, it will always be our default export. So in this case, the person constant. Therefore, in import person from person.js, we can name person whatever we want, which is why I printed it twice here. Person or PRS doesn't matter. It always refers to the thing you marked as the default with the default keyword. For utility.js, it's a bit different. There we import from two different constants, and therefore the import syntax uses the curly braces to explicitly target specific things from that file. These are so-called named exports. Because we import the stuff by its name. We import the clean constant by its name, and we import base data by its name. Because we didn't mark anything as the default. So for JavaScript to know what exactly we're pointing to, we need to give it the exact name. And the name goes between curly braces. By the way, you could also write this as one import statement with base data, comma, clean, or the other way around. So these are imports and exports. You write all of this in your JavaScript files, and we'll heavily use this throughout this course. Now, as with all these next generation JavaScript features, it won't run like this in all browsers. Not even the most modern browsers support all the features we'll use in this project. Therefore, in the next course module, I'll also show you how to quickly set up a project which in the end just compiles all these next generation JavaScript features to current gen JavaScript features, so that we as a developer can use the next generation JavaScript without us shipping code that runs nowhere. So back to the imports and exports. This is the syntax we use, and you will see getting used a lot in this course. You might also see some variations because we can also write this differently. When we have a default export, you already saw that person is a name you can choose totally on your own. It doesn't matter here if you use person or PRS. If you have a named export, you actually have to use the exact name defined in the file with the export keyword. Still, what you can do, you can assign an alias, which you then again can freely choose in the file you're importing it with the as keyword. Or if you have multiple named exports in a file, you can import everything with this star special character and then assign an alias, and bundled in this case would be a JavaScript object which exposes all constants and whatever you export in the other file as properties, so that you simply have bundled.basedata, bundled.clean to access the exported things. That's up to you, and you will see me use these things throughout the course. The most common usage is the top one, import curly brace something curly brace from.